All right, everybody, welcome back to randomizer races for Bloodstained Ritual tonight. We're on patch 1.6. The plagued years of 1.5 are behind us. The shop soft lock has been eliminated, and that has given us the green light as the community to get back into the swing of racing and playing our beloved Bloodstained jank of the night. We are playing STS today. We have four racers for you here. We have Fran, Yeehaw, Axel, and Jupiter. It's going to be tough to pay attention to all four screens at the same time, but here we go. I'm going to do my best for you, and we're just getting set up here, and should be underway shortly. Okay, looks like we're off. We're going to be slightly out of sync with streams, but it is what it is. I'm not restreaming anything directly through like Discord or anything. We're just going off everybody's streams on Twitch. Speaking of which, you can follow all of your racers here. I will have a link in the description below to all of their streams. Please go ahead and check all of them out. Give them a follow. And, thanks for hanging out with us in our community. All right, so not much going on at the start here. One thing to note is DLC, premium DLC is allowed in this race. So that's why you see the succubus armor on some of the screens here. And I don't know if Jupe has it, but he's using the Shantae stuff. I don't have it myself, so that's what I would be using. Okay, and we got Circular Ripper for the purple. Not great. Summon Greenmond is the red off of Mort. Not going to give our runners a whole lot of options there. So it looks like Jupiter's about a second or two behind Fran, and then on stream timing, and then it looks like Axel and Yeehaw are a few seconds ahead of that. So we're pretty close to synced. There's only about maybe a 5-second gap between everyone's feeds. That's pretty good. All right, some crafting materials, a scarf here and there. Nothing much to note of yet. Zangetsu Toe available. Doesn't quite make sense to switch to it when you have all the DLC gear, because you get the set bonus, but Jupiter going to have to switch to it right away. It's pretty high attack power. Not going to find many weapons that have more. Basically only one in chests, which would be the Valkyrie Sword. Otis Rafe Red there for Yi on the bottom left. Not probably going to come into play, but in terms of usage, but it will allow him to take a look at what it crafts into. It's one of the shards that can be crafted into another. And it could be something really good. Might just have to find a gem and be able to combine that into something really good. Okay, Axel here first to the boss. Makes sense. Going to go ahead and give it the scythe action. And the red shard is... I didn't even see it. Okay, well, we'll catch it again on somebody else's screen. Red shard's not as high impact as purples, just because they usually cost a lot of MP, and they don't do as much damage as the directional shards. There's also no innate way in the game to boost their damage, other than just stacking stats. Whereas purple shards have the... Okay, it looked like it was jackpot. So garbage red, that makes sense. Purple shards have the dimensional shard, or the directional shard damage boosting book that you can get from the library, which is a nice boost for all purples that reds just don't have access to. Then on top of, again, the aforementioned mana efficiency difference between most purples and most reds, and you just won't see a whole lot of red shards being used. But that can all change. If we find Jeebel's glasses or Warlock necklace, Words of Wisdom yellow shard, Witch's hat, you could see a lot more shards being used just because MP won't be as big of a deal. Also, we could find craftable... Ooh, Alkaheston shop, that's pretty big. Not as big in STS as in Max Chaos, but big nonetheless. You can use Alkahest to dismantle some food and make some good food. You can use it to dismantle some items and make other better items. And, not that expensive at 800 per, especially once you find some good money drops. Okay, and Jupiter has closed the gap that the DLC costume provided by just you know, raw great combat ability and okay, skull necklace might be useful later. Depends on what we find. And just using that Z sword. That Z sword is gonna. Ooh, there's Valkyrie sword. All right, so there's the one sword that does more damage. Jupe gonna switch right away. I like this actually because it's gonna be a while before you actually have to use the Z. And the Valkyrie sword has a much better attack animation, being a regular sword as opposed to the katana. The katanas are not a bad attack animation, but they're a little janky. Ooh, dimension shift on Fran's side. That had to be from a bone mort. So we are lightning speed go mode right away. Oh, there's a halite drop as well on Jupiter from the bats. That means if he grabs a rice seed and plants it, he's going to be able to grab rice balls on his shop trip back from GT. I really got to look up the name of the Mario 64 ice levels so I can properly call GT what it's supposed to be called. If you've ever watched me or Bobby cast one of these races, you'll notice we call Den of Behemoth Tiny Huge Island, we call Volcano Area Lethal Lava Land, and we call the Glacial Tomb by, I think it's Snowy Mountain something. I don't know what the exact. There's two different ice levels in Mario 64, and I can't remember exactly what they are, but yeah. So here we're going to see some Bone Mort farms, and both the guys on the right side of the screen are going to be happy to find Dimension Shift because they can pretty much just grab some healing and go rush to the end of the game here. It could only get convoluted if we have a bad white lamppost in DCC. If that's shortcut, then we're going to be looking for Craftwork maybe to provide something movement-wise. But in theory, Dimension Shift opens up the entire castle on its own. You just have to have enough MP to use it. So yeah, depending on what's there, we might see a straight rush for the end, or we might see a little bit more floating around. Looking for maybe a couple MP ups. Maybe a couple of extra accessory checks. It really all depends. If we get something like double jump or high jump in that lamppost, even invert, I think you're going to see everybody race to the end of the game right away. However, if we see shortcut or deep sinker, we may see some accessory checks. We may see a craftwork check, just to see if we can get a couple extra things that are going to allow us. There's Dimension Shift for Axel as well. Jupe already has it, so they found it pretty close together. Yi, unfortunately, for taking his time and kind of getting a more detailed layout of the shop, which can absolutely pay off late in the game. Going to be behind a bit here and going to pay the price for it because we have a jet seed. Knowing what's going on in the shop, like what items to be on the lookout for, and trying to play a little bit more of a long game, definitely a massive advantage if the Dimension Shift is buried somewhere, if you have Vanilla Zangetsuto, or if it's just like somewhere after, like in Tower, after some long auto-scrolling garbage fight. But when you have a jet seed, typically the people that skipped all that stuff, yep, they're going to be ahead of you, and that's what we have right here. So, okay, interesting. So Jupiter's going to go ahead and still farm out these purples, looking for probably a better way to deal damage. If I was Jupiter, though, and I had his combat skills, probably top 2, top 3 in all the people that run Randomizer, I might just be looking to go ahead and go to the end of the game and then see what I find on my way. Dominique, Valkyrie Sword, pretty much free for Jupiter, I would say. The one thing he might have issues with is Bale, because without Invert, Bale is going to be a problem, especially if it rolls into the cat head. So I don't know if I'd spend time on Barbados here, considering there's a teleporter right here. You can always come back and farm this later. I think if I was Jupiter, I would straight... Oh, Tis Resign. It's going to pay off. Again, not the best offensive shard in the game, but definitely in the second tier, the B tier or A tier, if you will, depending on if your top tier is an S or an A, however you do your tier lists. Definitely very good, though. And he's going to put it to work right away. But if I was Jupe here, I probably would have went straight to the white lamppost, see what's in there. If it's invert or double jump or high jump, if it's something good, I probably would just rush to the end. make sure I have everything open, and then from there, if I'm still kind of iffy on how am I going to kill Bale, what do I need for damage, then I would teleport back around the castle and go ahead and refarm some stuff. You might also find waystones on your way and be able to very, very quickly get around the castle. But yeah, okay, so a really cool, interesting route here from Axel. Actually going up through the room, skipping the white lamppost completely, and coming straight to Craftwork. So we're going to have to pay attention to Jupiter here to see what's in the white lamppost. And then we're going to have to quickly look back at Axel. Okay, Deep Sinkers. That's good info. Now, I think you probably want to check Safety Invert here. All right. What blue do we have on Craftwork? If this is Accelerator, that's huge. Okay. Vanilla Craftwork. That's going to be pretty useless to us. Spike BP, though, is good armor. It's good armor to have on. Of course, the Troll Boar. Okay, and no Safety Invert. And nothing but a Risk Ring over there for Axel. So, yeah, Fran's going to come up on this stuff right about now. Gets a purple drop from Gargoyle, but it's just True Arrow. Yi also getting that same True Arrow drop. He's going to go ahead and check this accessory to the right. I want to see what this is. Because a lot of other runners may potentially skip this, if not all of them. I'm not sure if Fran went through and came back around. Okay, Critical Ring. That will help at the end against Dom and Bale if we don't find anything better. Maybe like the 4th or 5th most valuable accessory to have for the end game. Jupiter going to get on the Dimension Shift train here and head upwards. Now the question is Axel going to try to phase through the floor here or not? Okay, he's going to kill Gargoyle. He's looking for more damage as well. Going to get rid of that Burr Familiar. All unfortunately Burr does is get in your way. Sometimes you can jump off of it, but it's very difficult to do. Kind of goes wherever it wants. Okay, yeah. Axel is going to go for the phase through the floor trick. Watch the bottom right hand of your screen here. This is a very precise trick. Gonna maybe take a little bit of time off of the clock here. Oh, very nice. Okay, so what, 3rd or 4th try? That's pretty good. You can just jump right through the floor there if you hit it perfect. And yeah, Axel is not actually not going to get punished. Actually going to be rewarded massively for skipping the lamppost to the left, because it's just Deep Sinker, and there's no reason for us to have to go to caverns. Only luxury items will be in caverns from here. We have go mode, so there is potential that we could have maybe Jeebel's glasses under there. But if you're going all the way down there, you're probably going to lose to someone else that didn't need as much offense to win. So, Cavern's probably in the back of everyone's mind right now. Okay, Axel going to ignore the key item chest as well. I think that's probably fine. I mean, all you're going to be able to do is open up optional bosses, maybe Bromide. You're never going to go out of your way to go to the train on this seed. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that you could find. So yeah, pretty much a free skip there on that chest. Good awareness, good game knowledge from Axel. Definitely in the lead right now. Opens up the door. Totally unnecessary. Oh, and there's glasses. Axel has made all the right decisions in this seed and is going to get paid off. I don't know if he has Tis, though. I don't know if he stopped to farm Barbados. So that's something we're going to have to pay attention to his menus for. But right now, it is Axel's race to lose. He has everything he needs to beat the game, and then some with Jeebel's glasses. Jeebel's glasses almost might even eliminate the need for healing, because with Dimension Shift, you can just kind of dodge everything that's going to kill you. And it goes ahead and takes care of all your offense. If you're unfamiliar with the randomizer, maybe, or the game in general, maybe this is the first you've ever watched. Jeebel's glasses, you equip them, and your MP does not drain from using any abilities. So, yeah, you basically have infinite mana. And True Arrow, not the best purple in the world, but when you can just continuously throw arrows over and over again, it's serviceable. So, this might be good enough. The question is going to be, does Jupiter Climb close the gap here with Tis Rosian? And great movement and great melee combat. Fran, not far behind either. Easy as well. They're all sniffing around in that similar area here. And, you know, any slight misstep or death could easily put someone else in the lead. Ooh, like that. Getting grabbed by Jeeble. If that happens with less health, that could be a fatal mistake for Axel. You could go from first place to DNF. Did not finish. Because it's been a while since he saved. Ooh, Jupiter picking up the extra pet there. That's could be interesting. Dandelion's not a bad pet. You can get some strength buffs. Do a little bit of extra damage in melee combat. One thing you're going to want to pay attention to, Jupiter in the top right here, is the integration of the melee combat also in with the Tisrosian Shard. So with that Tisrosian Shard, and if you've watched a previous race on the channel, we discussed in depth, Tisrosian, the main weakness is it takes a long time in between when it's able to do damage. So what you can do is you can supplement your Tisrosian hits with melee swings, and you can get some really, really good consistent damage that way. So Jupe having that may be able to close the gap on some of the bosses here. And but still going to have really good movement, and going to need Axel to slip up a little bit and concede some time to be able to catch up here. All right, he's now in tower as well. Fran's just south of it. Both of these runners are in the hunt. One slight misstep against Dominique or Bale, and you could definitely see them take a commanding lead. It's all going to come down to the end game fights here. Okay, Axel taking some time, selling a lot of stuff, trying to make sure that there's enough recovery. But like I said, with Dimension Shift and Infinite Mana, you shouldn't be getting hit by a whole lot of stuff. Good game knowledge here from all of our runners. Skipping these key item chests. They're no longer necessary. Jupe, don't kill Jeeble. Okay, yep, he's got it. Jupe's through. Now, did he find a Waystone anywhere? He did. Okay, so he's going to Waystone here. And going to go ahead and check some shops. And he's going to be off to the end game as well. Again, he has a slight advantage on damage, but he is behind by about what looks like probably 30 to 45 seconds, I'd say. Graham Zoomies? Okay, maybe. That might make up some time for Jupe there. He has Graham, it looks like. Yep. He bought some potions. He should buy a rice seed and turn it in here, and then come back and grab it after he gets into the ice area. But then again with the Dimension Shift and Infinite MP, the potions he bought are probably going to be enough. Okay, yeah. So Jupe's definitely going to make up about, I'd say, about 10 to 20 seconds for free just by having Graham. But he's probably down by about 45. Rough estimate. His stream is about 10 seconds behind, though. Very clean Graham slide dash there. Yeah, here's where Graham's going to make up some time. Oh, what is this farm for? I have no idea what Jupe was farming there. That is a better red shard, though. I guess he just knows Mocha Weed has a red, and he just wanted to see if it was going to be a better red. 8-Bit Zombie is going to do a bunch of extra damage for him. That's another huge damage advantage he's going to have. Yeah, I mean, it's not really a difficult shard to hit with, and it's basically just going to be a bunch of extra free damage. It's much better than the Summon Greeman that Axel has here. Oh, interesting. A Yi found Bloodsteel. Okay, so Axel through the boss room at 1840. Jupe is about 2 rooms away at 1840. Yeah, very slow movement here because Dimension Shift is slow, but it's very safe as well. And Jupe, if anything but Sinker, Jupe had a 3 in 5 chance of getting some movement that would have really helped speed him up in that white lamp on the left side of DCC, and that's basically the time difference right now between these two runners here. You know, tournament finalists in their own right. I believe the last tournament, both of these runners were in top 3. So very, very good players. And they're giving us a show here. All right. Axel into GT at 1937. Let's see where Jupiter's at. Jupiter is at 1937. Only about half a room away? Yeah, not too far behind at all. So, oh no, well, half a room plus the room. Yeah, so about a room and a half. I'd say about 20 seconds behind. So this is going to be very tight. Axel's actually going to need to play very well here because the raw damage advantage Jupiter's going to have, especially on Bale from Tis, Rosian, and the 8-bit zombie over what Axel has, is definitely going to probably close some of that time for sure. Oh, be careful. I want to hit from Axel here, and he's the race is over for him. Doesn't want to use his healing. Yep. Juking the ice elementals. All right, should be safe from here. There's no other enemies in between here and the save room. Yeah, don't switch to Aegis Plate. That's actually less defense than Spiked. Aegis you'd think would have a high defense, but it really just helps you from taking environmental damage. It's actual armor stat is very, very mediocre. Oh no, Axel does have Tis. Okay, so this changes a lot. Axel pretty much just has to not make a mistake, and he's home free. There's no way he's going to get overtaken by just... Oh, and Jupiter going back for a quick shop as well. That's going to put him further behind. Okay. 21-15 entering the final boss. Jupiter's going to be well behind that. Probably 30-plus seconds behind. Again, Axel having Tis, just choosing not to use it. Using True Arrow for most of the game. I'm not really sure about that choice, but... You know, maybe there's something he knows that I don't. Very possible. I mean, game knowledge is a huge part of randomizers, and I'm not going to be the first person to claim that I know more than anyone else. I definitely don't. Okay. Ooh, gets caught by the elbow, but there's a good amount of healing here. Oh, that's right. Nobody found Bloodsteel. There is an extra Bloodsteel shard that you get as part of the Succubus costume called Dreamsteel. I just am not familiar with it as much because I don't have that DLC, so forgot about that. But yeah, Axel unfortunately getting elbowed again, having to blow more healing, but looks to be okay. Stabilized. Oh, didn't want to take that hit. Getting sketchy here. This would be a huge win for Axel, if Axel can win it. Jupiter, by Elo, would be the favorite to win. But it has been a while since a lot of us have played. Yeah, look at that. Look at that extra just free damage from the 8-bit zombie. If only it multi-hitted. Oh, Axel getting smashed again by the beam. If that 8-bit zombie could multi-hit, it would be gross. Getting elbowed again. This is a really, really poor dom fight for Axel. This is... definitely going to give Jupiter a chance to get back in this. That 8-bit zombie doing a lot of extra work here. As you can see how slow Tis Rosian is. What the 8-bit zombie is letting Jupiter do is it's letting him stand back further and take no risk on taking any damage because he can beam, and then when he's in between beams, he can throw zombies. Axel here either has to beam and then do nothing in between, waiting for the beam to be able to tick again, or he has to get forward and get slashes in, which is... As you can see in that combat, he took a bunch of extra elbows and damage from Dom, lowered his healing for Bale. This is going to be very tight. Jupiter is about 15 seconds behind here. Into the beam phase. Okay. So, cutscene done at 2350 for Axel. If Jupiter gets the cutscene here, he's going to be pretty close to even. He's in that last phase. How much HP does Dom have left? Oh, probably more than we... Okay, 2340. So he's about 10 to 15 seconds behind. I don't know if he can make it up. It's going to be very hard for Axel to die here. Dom was the danger. Ooh, and as I say that, he gets hit by a Sonya Blade Ring. Mortal Kombat, watch out. Raiden beams from the heavens. The reptile green stuff. Here it comes. Axel doing his best, trying to finish him. Or finish the landlord. We call the demon head landlord because, you know, figure that out. You should be able to. Oh my god, bullet hell here. Axel. Can Axel pull it off? Don't get bubbled. Don't get Sonya ringed. Rain and Sonya are just all their projectiles all over the screen. Also, don't get hit by this chainsaw. Yeah, okay. Better to take the damage. Oh, no, Axel! Axel! Do you have any healing left? I don't think Axel has healing left. He'd be using it. Any hit kills Axel here. Any hit at all. Oh! Dimension shift? He might be dead. Oh, no, he dimension shifts out. He dimension shifts out. But is this going to give Jupiter enough time to close the gap? Jupiter doing a ton of damage here. 90s and 100s to the head. Axel has to dodge. Has no healing. Has to take a ton of time to menu. Oh, Jupiter got cat RNG. This is awful. No invert. He's got to stay up at the top of the screen. This is going to greatly hamper his DPS. Greatly hamper his chance to close the gap. Don't get beamed. He takes the beam. Sitting in the lava. No, not in danger of dying, but just not getting that time back that he needed to close the gap on Axel. This is going to be super tight. No dot duns yet. How much HP does this stupid boss have? Oh! Dimension shifting out of the double Tis Wraith. Dodging that one. Frog had good RNG on heads here. Demon into Frog. Decent RNG. I think that's the second best RNG you can get. Only Frog into Demon would be better, I think. Axel trying to put the statement on it, and he dot duns at 26:45. Just edging out Jupiter Climb, who should be dot dunning any second now. What a race. This was super tight. As close as you can get for a Jet Seed. 27 even for Jupiter. 15-second difference. RNG balancing itself out there. What a finish, folks. That is the way you want to showcase a randomizer race. Woo! And Axel definitely freaked me with the okie doke there. I thought he didn't have Tis. I thought he abandoned Barbados because I didn't see him get the kill. Using True Arrow, traversing through most of the castle, I thought Jupiter was going to make up some time there on the damage. Pulls out Tis on the last fight and says, nah. I am going to finish this off. Huge clutch saves where most of us would have taken that hit and died. Smart, pausing, switching to Dimension Shift, which has invincibility frames, mashing it out of the menu to survive and not die after running out of healing items. Woo! What a race, folks. Let's go. I'm so happy y'all got to see that. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got going on here on our other screens. Fran looks like she's about to jump into the final fight here. Yi, I think, is probably shopping right before entering the final fight. And we're going to see them finish probably with very good times as well. Considering Jeebles definitely is almost a guarantee you're going to get a kill. It's just about speed at that point. When you have infinite MP, there's so much you can do. And no doubt these runners basically, had the money available to buy potions. I'm sure that they have enough healing to survive here. Fran just taking it slow and steady, consistent. Oh, taking a little bit of a love tap with the Rolls soul slap with the scarf there. But should not be an issue. Yep, you just have to make sure you don't get wombo comboed by all the and get hit by all those ghosts there. There's a lot of hits done by getting hit by those. And you can tend to get attack infinited by getting hit by the first ghost, and then the rest of the ghosts hit you, and then Dom runs in and elbows you, and you die. All right, yeah, so Yi's right here. Ooh, Fran catches the elbow, and it's just enough damage to send her back to the save point. But she's still well ahead here. Going to be slightly longer for Fran to load. I believe she plays on PS4. Yi plays on Xbox One, I think. Or no, Xbox Series S or X, the newest Xbox. So his loads are a little faster. PC, unfortunately, slightly faster there as well. It's just something that the community is a community we deal with. But we just make sure that we don't do any kind of suspend or anything like that to really, really advantage the PC players. And everything works out pretty well. So Fran taking some hits here. Now Fran will have the knowledge of knowing that the elbow is going to do about 150. So Fran will probably, if taking hits from anything else, dipping below 150, will go ahead and blow healing to make sure that she doesn't die to another elbow. The elbow should be the most damage that can be dealt outside of the big holy beam. Yep, just playing it safe there. Going right back up to 370 plus. That means she can take 2 elbows without having to heal. There's one of them. And here Yi is also coming in. Yi summoning ghosts of his own. All right. Very consistent. Good stuff from Fran here. Not taking a whole lot more hits now. Just getting that right jump range to not get hit by the scarf. Not get elbowed. Okay. Yep. No big deal. Taking a dragon hit there. Didn't take the head hit. Only took the claw hit. So only about 20 damage. Yi also doing well here on the fight. Also has a method of poison. That's going to make up some time for him. Already on the beam phase. Should be okay to go ahead and duck here. He already took a hit. Yep, he's good. Fran goes ahead and blocks with the umbrella. Very nice. And Fran is going to be through to Bale at 29:18. Let's see when the cutscene finishes. Oh, she did take a death though. She took a death, so this is not accurate on the in-game timer. I believe they were pretty close on their delays, so we're just gonna have to guess here how far behind Yi is and if he can make up the gap. It may all come down to Bale RNG. Bale RNG is not guaranteed to be the same across randomizers. So, ooh, Fran opening up with Cat. That is the absolute worst possible RNG to get. The fuzziest and most lovable of furry creatures, but in the video game, one of our worst nightmares. Especially without invert to make sure that you have to use the jank platform in the middle and then probably dimension shift at the top of the screen and not get Iron Man lasered. Ooh, big 150 from the lasers there. Oh, it looks like Yi took a death. Oh no. Okay, so Fran's pretty much in the clear here. Just stay consistent, and she should lock up third place. Now, she doesn't know that. Can't see where Yi is at, but has to know that he's probably lurking pretty close. And also, Fran did take a death on Dom, so that can't be weighing well on her mind about how close the battle for third place could be. But yep, just gonna go ahead and play safe. Dimension shift up out of the lava. Stay dimension shift up above the laser beam. Those invincibility frames coming in handy there. All right, yeah, this should be locked up for Fran, if not by the end of the second head, right afterwards. I don't see how Yi can make up this amount of time. Fran just simply not in danger of dying here. Has potions in the bank. Yeah, still has an EX and a high, and 6 normals. And there goes Yi. He dies again. That's probably gonna go ahead and lock up third place for Fran. And Yi's gonna come in fourth here, but you know he was in it until the end. And you know, mad respect. Just took a little bit too long on the menuing in the beginning of the game. I think. You know, probably hoping that it would be a longer seed where his very, very vast game knowledge would give him an edge, and we just ended up with the Jet seed where Zangetsuto and Dimension Shift were available right away. Okay, shouldn't be too much more HP here for Fran to work through. Okay, hopefully can kill this before... Nope, okay. Well, whenever the next head spawns, though, Fran should definitely have it dead before it can even launch its ultimate attack, so... Another cat here shouldn't be too big of a deal. Oh! Well... Commentator's curse? Oh, but it's not even cat, so it's going to be very difficult for Fran to not finish this off right here. And there it is. Fran finishes in third. 35:03 is the official time. You probably go ahead and scoop it up from here. May look for the kill just for practice, but there we go, folks. Thank you so much for joining us. As you can see, Jupiter's already off and playing another Vania randomizer. No interviews today. My voice is a little bit taxed. We did 2 of these back to back. They're both uploaded here on YouTube. Tell all your friends to come and check out these sweet races. And once again, make sure to follow the runners. Their streams are linked below. And as always, with the randomizer recasts and VODs, we have the randomizer Discord link as well. Please, if you are interested in Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, join us over on the Rando Discord. Give us a chat. We will set up races. Hopefully, soon, .tm, there may be some organized play. We will see, folks. I hope to bring you those broadcasts as well if we get that up and running again. As always, check out my backlog of ritual races and ritual content on the channel. I will hope to be remaking the tutorial series soon as I am feeling a little bit better. I've been under the weather lately. Hopefully you didn't notice it in this race. Thank you again once so much for tuning in. Tony Ortiz, we're signing off. We'll see you on the next one. Ritual, everybody. It's back. 1.6. Let's go.